Hello, my name is Marie Skłodowska-Curie. You may have heard my name in textbooks, in classrooms, in quiet corners of dusty libraries, but I was more than the paragraphs written about me. I was a dreamer, a daughter, a scientist, a woman who believed in the invisible forces that shape the world and dared to make them seen. I was born in Warsaw, Poland in 1867. A time when girls were not expected to chase atoms or ask questions that made men uncomfortable. But I was always curious. My father, a teacher, let me play with magnets and lab instruments long before society said I should. He taught me the poetry of science, and I never forgot it. Poland, under Russian rule, had no place for women like me, so I left. I packed my intellect and my will, and I crossed borders, literal and metaphorical, to study at the Sorbonne in Paris. There, I starved sometimes, struggled often, but I never quit. I was chasing truth, and I could feel it humming just beyond the veil of what was known. I met a man, Pierre Curie, who saw me not as a woman, but as a mind, a partner. Together, we explored the mysteries of radioactivity, a word I coined, by the way. We discovered elements that glowed with energy, polonium, named after my homeland, and radium. We worked in a drafty shed, with cracked hands and burning ambition. It wasn't glamorous. It was real. It was science. In 1903, they gave us the Nobel Prize in Physics. I became the first woman to receive such an honor. I was humbled, and also deeply aware. This was a crack in the ceiling above me, and others might now see the stars. After Pierre's tragic death, I carried on. Grief became my shadow, but science became my light. In 1911, I won a second Nobel, this time in chemistry, for my work with radium and polonium. Still the only person to have Nobel Prizes in two scientific fields. But awards were never the goal. Discovery was. I founded the Radium Institute in Paris. I trained women. I taught girls. During the First World War, I developed mobile X-ray units, little Curies, to treat wounded soldiers. They saved lives. That, more than any medal, mattered to me. But I must be honest with you. All this light I chased, came at a price. I handled radiation with bare hands, unaware of its danger. I carried vials of radium in my pockets, entranced by their glow, not knowing they were slowly stealing my health. I died in 1934 from aplastic anemia, likely caused by the very discoveries I loved. Yet I do not regret. If I had to live again, I would still choose the lab, the hunger for knowledge, the pursuit of the unknown. So why am I speaking to you now? Because the world still needs curious minds. It needs rebels in lab coats, artists of logic, and warriors of wonder. It needs you. You who scroll through glowing screens and dance between algorithms. You who ask, what if? You who look at a star and wonder what burns at its core. You who may feel like you don't belong. In the lab, in the world, in your own story. Let me tell you something. I was not born special. I became Marie Curie because I believed questions mattered more than comfort, because I let no gate keep me from entering the temple of science. So, ask boldly, seek truth, make mistakes, burn with curiosity, and if they tell you that you're just a girl or too quiet or not cut out for it, smile softly and then change the world anyway. Because knowledge is for the brave. And I believe you are. Thank you.